any of the echoing of the thing either. Can you go on tap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Live already?
Yes, I am. Hello, hello. I'm gonna go and share this with her. Tell me how you hear me when you get up there.
Talk.
Hello, hello, you guys. Thank you so much for coming on, Callie Love. Does it sound crisp? Okay, good. It's about, it's late.
Yeah, because it's always like that.
Okay. Hello, Kelly. Welcome back in. Thank you so much for coming back. I'm going to be getting ready to bring on Salt Root. And so her name is Lisa, and she's going to be coming on and sharing on her products as well about her business. And so I'm super excited. I just got on just a little bit to start working with cameras. I did get this awesome new uh, like microphone and stuff that my husband has been setting up. He is building a whole computer for me, which is awesome. I People that are so smart in doing those things and can create something out of like all these parts is amazing. And so I am super excited. I got to try my new mic. And so yeah, but I feel a little bit more professional getting a mic here. Thank you so much. Yeah, please share that out, you guys. If you can, share it out to all your friends while they're on there, as well as just go ahead, keep tapping away. 10K getting it into those high taps helps us to get out to the FYP. And so, not only that, but you guys don't forget if you guys send any um, daily hearts me, any of that stuff, anything here or your points, you guys take that with you. This will help you guys in getting like your coins, and you guys can use it for other lives and go on there. And so yeah, don't forget to you guys take your points with you as well. So thank you so much. I appreciate you guys coming on in here. We are going to be having a interview right now in a couple minutes. I just kind of came on here. Hello, Uriel. Thank you so much. So yeah, if you guys are someone that loves using candles, loves using as well as any simmer pot products, we will be having right now Salt Root, and she has amazing things, you guys. We have let me get some music real quick while we are waiting. But I brought some products from her that are going to be coming up soon. But yeah, the simmer pots, some of her simmer pots, you guys, are natural, um, you know, fruits and things that she dries and does her business. And so, yeah, I'm super excited to get it. I got, there we go. Hello, hello.
How are you? Can you hear me
I,
okay?
yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. I just got this new set of microphone and everything. My husband um, bought and everything else, and so he's doing pretty much building a whole computer from scratch. So he's building it, putting it together, and so I'm like, yay! I get to try my new microphone. So I wanted to see how it worked. That's why I was coming in and out of trying. But welcome, welcome. So I have been saying just Salt Root, but would you want to give us your name? You want to are we gonna you want us to stick to Salt Root?
Either way is fine. It's Salt Root Apothecary, but I also go by Saltway. I have a farm as well, so it's the farm is Salt Root Farm. I raise
Okay.
and I sell eggs, and I have a small farm stand as well. So you can do Salt Root Apothecary, Salt Root Farm. I answer to all.
Okay. Well, welcome on. Thank you so much for taking your time and coming and talking to us about your amazing products and how you kind of started your business. That is one thing that I love knowing people's story. That's what catches always my attention. And it was your website that told me the story of your mom, pretty much. It was. And so you want to kind of give us a little bit of the inspiration of your business, of how that kind of started for those that have not seen your website. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
So I'm very close. I was very close to my mom growing up and my grandmother, and I started as more spiritual. So I always did herbal stuff with my mom. My mom was a gardener. We always made simmer pots or concoctions from flowers and plants, and we were always trialing different things. And I just grew up in that. So if you had acne, there was a simmer pot for that, and my grandmother would whip something up in her kitchen, and there you go. That's what you have. Or my mom would put something together. Or when my kids had teeth coming in. There was something that they would whip up, or if there was, whatever it be, the ailment, the cough, the croup. There was always something for that that I had growing up, and that my mom and grandmother did. My grandparents came from Italy. My mom was born here. My dad conceived there, but born here. So I guess I would be like second generation to Italy. My family's from Sicily, and so we just came over with a lot of traditions. And when regular people would be killing their dandelions and the weeds in their yard, we would be picking them and eating them in a salad because they're really good for you.
Yeah, no, for reals. It really is a thing of knowing your those old remedies, those old things, because a lot of the stuff that we have in our, stores and anything else have sometimes some generic stuff that can make you more sick than better. And that was the same way with my family too. My grandma, she's like, you have a cold, she would do something and make a tea or something and then put it like on us, or put it for our like sore teeth or whatever it was. There was always, and she's like, well, if it's not growing in the garden and not, she's like, there isn't anything out there on earth that we can't use to make us really to feel better. And so it is. I love I learning all of those remedies too from back of my family, because it helps me now with my kids and everything I have now. And so, those products that sometimes we use, I'm just like, no, let's go get this. And I get all what she would tell me, and then my kids would feel so much better like the next day than getting medications that would make them, their gut or something worse, and everything else. So yeah, I love that your grandma and your mom knew that.
Not all Western medicine is bad, but I definitely think there's something to be said for natural products and
Yes.
natural remedies, to see if that can't help you first.
Mhm. Mhm.
Going forward, of how I then put it out to everybody else, the business, is that my mom got very sick. She got cancer, and she had a very aggressive form of cancer.
Mm.
Had the surgery. They told her, you've got to go through chemo and radiation and do all of this. My stepdad also had cancer simultaneously, a little bit prior, but simultaneously to some of it, and went through the chemo and radiation and ended up being cancer free. And a month later, after being cancer free, died from a massive heart attack due to the chemicals in his body from that. She
Oh.
decided she didn't want to do that. She was getting too sick from doing that. So she decided not to do that. And she told the doctors, I want to stop everything. I just want to live the way I live, as happy as I can, as healthy as I can for my kids and my grandkids. And I'm going to do my own thing, and I will come to you to check in, and I will come to you to ask for advice, and I will do a mix of things.
Mhm.
I'm going to do my own thing. They said, no problem, but I just want you to know the risk that you're taking and that this is an aggressive form, and in a few months, it probably will be, so do whatever you need to do. That was in 2018, in the fall of 2018, when she had her surgery. In the spring of 2019 is when they told her this. And she did not pass, was still driving up till the end, until March of 22. So
Wow.
lived longer with angiosarcoma than they had ever said, based on the fact that she stopped feeding the cancer. We started doing all kind of gut health, herbal teas, living healthy, cutting out chemicals, any way we could, whether it be
Mhm.
cleaning supplies or whatever it was, we were cutting that stuff out. Then I came to TikTok after she passed. I had already started being on TikTok, but I came to TikTok after she passed, and I started sharing this kind of stuff. The herbal remedies she used for her hair to regrow her hair back, that came back beautifully.
Wow.
Different things that she had done, the salt baths, the magnesium. I believe 110% in magnesium when you do the research on how important it is and how we get it in our gut health,
Mm-hmm.
and different teas and things like that. So I started just bringing that to my friends, also with crystals and spiritual. You know, I was spiritual with that as well, and I needed to get out of the bed and I needed to do something. So I decided to bring that, and people started asking, "Well, I want to try that. Can I try that?"
Yeah.
And slowly it just became that I started offering it to others, and then I opened up um, my crystal spiritual company, and continued that, which was Studio Six Emporium. Once I started doing this last year, I finally announced that we were going to do a rebrand to what I really wanted to be, which is Salt Root Apothecary, and more of a herbal medicine, both in your home, in cleaning products, and in your bath and body, so that I could bring everything that I and make myself or things that my mother had made and bring remedies to you guys to help.
So right now that you talked about a lot of medical stuff right now about things that helped your mom during the times that she was sick and how a lot of the stuff that we have, what are some of the like most popular herbs that you work with that they're great benefits? What are one or a couple that you wanted to talk about that are have been the most popular ones that you've used in a lot of the stuff, and what are the benefits for those?
So it's in different things. Like in my simmer pots, I use sage a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and peppermint, eucalyptus, in a lot of my simmer pots. Also a lot of citrus because it's really cleansing to the air.
Mm-hmm.
And then as far as like for medicinal purposes, I use a lot of magnesium. If I go back to
Yeah.
almost everything in my line, almost everything contains some kind of salt. So whether it be salt baths, tea baths, um, whether it be simmer pot, everything has some kind of, a lot of everything that I make has some kind of salt or was had a salt base or came from magnesium or has MSM in it, which is all good for pain.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Hundreds of different magnesium is just so good for so many different
Yes.
areas of your life.
I definitely learned about magnesium, I want to say last year in my weight loss, because I did not know that how much we end up losing it the older we get, and as well as the benefits of the different kind of magnesium. So I have one for like how it works for your body, your muscles, and pain, but there's one also to and just to like for to relax, like how you can use it for different ways. And for pain, I ended up getting a cream that during the winter I get a lot of pain on my leg, where I broke my bone and stuff. And so magnesium, there's creams and lotions that I've used in the past before with that. And I didn't know that. Like I'm like, wow, magnesium has a lot of benefits of using for pain and for like rest and relaxation. Like I didn't know so much about magnesium, and I didn't know how much we needed it either. How much it is really healthy for you. And so yeah, so that was one thing that surprised me of knowing it was a new vitamin for me. Also as well taking was magnesium. So yeah.
Yeah, magnesium helps with so much stress relief, sleep, pain. Our body is so deficient. We used to get it from our food in the ground, but the ground is just so depleted at this point that we're not getting what we need. And also stress, just the stress of a daily life. You don't realize that the stress actually depletes our system of magnesium. So today you might have enough in your body, but if you're not replenishing that,
Yeah.
tomorrow you might not if you have a stressful day. Stresses plays a huge part in our cells and regeneration and how much magnesium we have. We use that. Our body uses magnesium in so many ways
Yes, it does.
that we don't realize.
Yeah. And you said okay, so you we mentioned your name, the Salt Ruth, and you said farm. So a lot of the products that you have, are they all locally, like right there on your farm, that the products that you use, you're growing daily then yourself?
So some I do as much as that I do as much as I can
Mm-hmm.
here. If I can't, because I live in the Northeast and we have a very short growing season.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to find ways. Eventually, I'd like to build an indoor year-round grow house, like a garden house. Right now, I just have outdoor mostly. So I do what I can. However, I try as much as I can to support local farms
Okay.
from around the country. So I have a farm in California that I use. It's a small family farm, husband, wife, two kids. I have one up in New Hampshire that I use. So I do my best to support local and small
That's
businesses.
nice. That's nice.
And also it's nice because I can physically talk to them and say, and get to know what are you putting on your plants? How are you
Mm-hmm.
growing? What are you using? And I develop a relationship with them, even though some of these products are just going in the simmer pots, you're not eating them. It doesn't matter. To me, I want to make sure that A, I'm supporting small business and a small family, and B, I am getting healthy foods that I know how they were grown, ethically sourced.
That is amazing. Yeah, of just getting growing in your own business, but helping grow others as well. And so knowing their products is that's awesome, because it's true. We in ordering stuff, do we know everything that's coming in there? Do we know everything of what they're using? And so knowing you personally can talk to them and ask all those questions and know, all right, the products I know for sure that are coming into mine and mixing into what I'm making is the same thing of what you believe too, is organic and making sure it's all healthy. And so yeah, a lot of ingredients sometimes we kind of like overlook or don't even know what or how powerful they can be. Is there one that maybe you see that a lot of people don't know of, or one that you for sure this is what you always tell people, like make sure you're getting this or make sure you know about this, because a lot of some people they really don't know, especially when it comes to natural ingredients and natural organic herbs and what they can really help with. Is there one you see that people overlook?
I would say probably go back to magnesium. I
Magnesium,
think
okay.
that people are just, I'm very, I'm really, well, also frankincense, that's another one too. And
Yes.
hyaluronic acid. That is something too that you're going to start to see more and more coming out. Bakuchi oil, I have a face cream that I use that has bakuchi oil in it. So boswellic acid, bakuchi oil, those are things that you're going to start to see pop up more and more in your
Mm,
skincare and in your daily life of what you're using. There's so many benefits, both internally, externally, from both of those products. And then when you add in MSM and magnesium
mm,
sprays or creams, or MSM is another really big one that you're going to start to see pop up a lot. You used to just have magnesium by itself. Now you add in the MSM, and it's so much better for you and healthier. And MSM is great for cell regeneration, but it's also really good for pain as well.
yeah,
So I
Frankenstein is one that really I saw in the this oil that I bought for my son when he was teething, and it's oil you put right here outside and everything else. But it would totally soothe him. And once he knew, like, hey, this actually makes me feel better, he would sometimes grab the bottle and he's like, and I'm like, okay, baby, hold on. And I'd put it, and I went looking in the ingredients. It has a lot of like just natural stuff and for the oils. But yeah, Frankenstein, I didn't know the benefit of that and how it can really and help of it. And so it was something that I definitely was like, oh wow, okay. Looked into it and when he was teething, and so yeah, a lot of the stuff that we don't think or know of, people overlook, and then when you really start to look for it, you see that wow, like I mentioned it before, what's out there on the earth, what can't people used before, they used it for a reason. We didn't have the medicines we have now, but a lot of the stuff that we still have here on earth and plants and things can still be a big huge benefit
yeah.
to our health and stuff.
You're going to start to see a lot with myrrh coming up in the next year too.
Mm,
So
mm.
myrrh is another big one that a lot of people, it's they're going to. I'll tell you now. So when you see it, now you can come back and say, "Oh, she told me it was going to come up."
Like I knew
So
it.
so you're going to start to see this year a lot of people talking about myrrh as well.
Mm,
You see a lot of, you see before maybe some frankincense and myrrh together, but the benefits of putting both of those together or using myrrh on its own is really huge. And there's a lot of studies being done right now. So now you'll start to see that come out more and more. But I've already been using myrrh for a while.
nice. Can you show us a couple products that is one of like maybe your real top sellers or popular things that that people use for either like I said for pain or health, or what is it that a lot of people are looking for in your products that they buy like consistently? Sorry, I was just trying to spit that out and it was not coming out consistently.
Fine. So let me go ahead and I have one of these. So this is my sore oil.
Mm.
My mother actually originally came up with the recipe. I tweaked it a little bit, but this is we have to be careful like how we describe things. But the intention of it, because I can't support medical claims, but the intention of it is to help with fibromyalgia. I have customers in here that use it, as you see.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
But the intentions of it are for arthritis pain,
Mm,
fibromyalgia,
mm.
bone pain. She used this a lot through her cancer treatments for deep bone pain, muscle pain, um, back pain, soreness, anything like that. So this is takes me a year to make this. So as I use it and I make it, I'm always redoing it. So like I'm always have so it's a double infusion, and it does have arnica in it as well. And then also I have my magnesium sprays too,
Yeah, I saw that one.
too. So yep, and I make these in 6 different options, percent options.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yep.
A lot of the products that you have, how do you kind of come up with the like the scents and the blends, like to make? I know I just ordered a simmer pot one, and it's called, I think it's winter something, um, and I was like, oh, I wonder how that smells. And you had your description on there, and I was like, I wonder how she comes up with like these names and the blends. Like, how do you come up with them?
Um, for the simmer pots.
Mm-hmm. Or your wax, you also have, I know, on there some candles. And so, how do you come up with these scents? How do you make these blends?
So it's different for both. So
Okay.
for candles and wax melts, I kind of just go with the season and what I like and
Mm.
what sort of represents our brand. So, but for the simmer pots, these are recipes and different things that I grew up with. So
Mm.
I don't make thanks, Paige. The simmer pots are new. Oh, thank you.
She gave you a little cup of coffee.
The simmer pots are something that I wanted to bring. I see everybody making simmer pots, and it's
Mm.
great. Throw some oranges and some spices together. But simmer pots for us growing up were more medicinal. And
Mm-hmm.
mine, as long as you're not allergic to an ingredient, you can use these for many other things. So
Yeah.
when I try to teach people that, not, hey, Missy, a lot of my friends are in here.
No, it's
Uh,
okay.
so I try to. So another thing, somebody asked me once, why do you put a wax melt in here? So the
Mm-hmm.
wax melt is specific. Don't just take any wax melt. I tell people and throw it in hot water. You can't do that. Not like different
Yeah.
things have um, um, heat flash points, right? So you can't
Mm-hmm.
even essential oils. You can't just throw them in water, right? So
Yeah.
but when I was growing up, we didn't have wax melters the same as like everybody else. So my mom would take beeswax and some essential oils, and we learned the different things that you can do if you don't have a wax melter to throw it in there. So you throw it in your simmer pot. If you want to use it as a bath, just take this out and then boil this. When you're done boiling it, take that tea and put it in your bathtub, and now you have an amazing
Yeah.
antioxidant bath. You can add some Epsom salt to that if you'd like, or some magnesium salts. And because they are different, the salt that is in here and the salt that's in your magnesium bath, they are different. So not everything is that either. Um, but yeah, so you can just add this to your bath as well, and it makes an amazing bath. So I guess that's where I differ. Is I wanted to make something in blends that I grew up with that were medicinal and
Mm.
helpful.
So those wax thing, you can't put them in water then. You can
Yes,
put.
you're gonna dump
Oh,
this whole thing right in the water. You're gonna
wow.
dump.
Okay.
Yep. If you want to take it out and put it in your melter, that's fine. You can. The wax melts are also samples of all of my simmer pot scents. Come
Okay.
in a car diffuser, a candle. Um, they come in a candle like this, and
Uh-huh.
then also come in a wax melt.
I did not know that. That's something very something new for me. Then that you can put certain waxes then in water, because I thought like, you know how the wax melts, those the ones you kind of plug in and those kinds of things you can melt in, or a regular candle with the little stick thing. But I did not know that. you can put that whole thing. Because I was like, oh, maybe this is for,
Just don't go to the store and drop in paraffin and,
yeah.
don't know.
So there you guys go. You guys know that these are different special wax for your cinnamon pots. So I'm glad I got to know that because I did buy one. So I'm like, oh, there we go. So, and I knew a lot of the simmer pots too. I kind of grew up with that, and my mom used to for us to kind of like smell over, especially when we were sick.
Yep.
And there was one that I don't know exactly what she put into, but it really helped us during the times of like our colds, but our coughs that it just like opened our lungs. And a
Yep.
lot of the products that you have in there, I see that, oh, wow, you really put thought and time into each and every one that you have on there, for, the certain things and or the certain kind of vibe you want to have during like that smell into. And so I think those are very awesome and very creative too, that you put really a lot of thought in a lot of those simmer pots. I like that because I grew up on that too. That was
I
something that we did a lot.
The one you were just talking about, this one here, which is snowfall,
Snowfall, there you go.
if you take out the wax melt,
Hmm.
then you could put this, boil it, and then do what you said. If you're having coughing issues
Oh,
or
yay. Okay.
one, everything in here is fine to do that with. So take out the wax melt,
Hmm.
use that separately, boil the water, and while the steam is going, you're gonna put your head over it with the towel and
Hmm.
breathe out. For like my kids and stuff, we would put it in steam the shower and then put it in a pot and have that boiling water and then steam the shower and have that
Oh,
going.
okay.
And then I also have, if you don't want to do that because that's too much work or you need something quicker, you can steam the bathroom and
Hmm.
then spray this in the shower, and that will help their lungs as well, or help the coughs as well. And then I also have rollers too, medicinal rollers, if you want.
Nice. Yeah, it was something, yeah, we definitely grew up with, and it was a lot of the times she's like, "Oh, okay, come on," and we'd just be sitting there with the towel and over the pot. We'd be like, "Okay, mom, is it time yet?" She's like, "No, you still have to be on there for a little bit," and she would time us, and we're like, "Okay," but we would feel so good, like after like the next day, I was able to like my lungs felt better. I wasn't coughing so much throughout that night, and so yeah, it was like something that really, really helped me a lot. And so I love that when I saw your products, I'm like, oh, now I can like buy it. I don't have to like go each and every one of the stores and get certain things. And so, yeah, we do have one question here on my side. It says, how long have you had your business for?
So, um, boy, that's a loaded question. So, how long have I been doing Salt Root Apothecary for? Thank you, thanks, Katie. Um, so this November will be a year that I'm truly been doing these
Mm-hmm.
products here, where I'm offering it to the public. But how long I've been doing this for at home and for my kids and family members, a very long time, years. Years, because I grew up with it, with from
Mm-hmm.
my grandparents and my mother, to just doing it with them, to we canning, and we have horses and chickens, and so I just sort of grew up. So I say that it's a loaded question because I don't know. Do I
Yeah,
start when I
from the
open the
beginning.
business and I sign the papers to say I am an official business, or do I start when I was a kid growing up, going outside and picking dandelions at 3 years old, or rhubarb out of and making things out of it? So I'm not sure how to answer that.
There you go. So her business has been for a year, but she has grown up this with all her life. So all these things that she has learned through her life, she has put into the products she makes now for her customers and for her family as well. So hopefully that answers right there that question. But yeah, it's like you said, it's a lifestyle. You've been in it all your life, and it's something same thing here. Like I've grown with a lot of like home remedies that you're like, oh, it's just been something like for you normal. It's what you always did and everything. And so yeah, um, a lot of this we were mentioning that your mom used through um, her time of cancer and other products that you've kind of tweaked and helped. Have you ever received a feedback from one of your customers that use your products that really encouraged you to like, you know, push more forward in doing what you're doing, or push more forward in learning, giving yourself more knowledge in the remedies that you put together? Was there any like maybe a feedback that really just touched you, or really like encouraged you to just keep, pushing forward in your business?
Well, I guess that's two. I will answer that my customers all the time are asking for things or inspiring me to make things
Mm-hmm.
or find new things. I think that a good herbalist is always learning.
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
who does stuff like this, if you think that you know it all, you never know it all. There's always something new.
Yeah.
There's always a different way of doing it. There's always a way to push. You're always learning. And I call myself a baby in this, because I just feel that there's this vast world of information. And when
Mm-hmm.
I originally started with crystals and minerals, I really started. So I homeschool too, and
Nice.
I when we and some of the things that we were homeschooling when it comes to like rocks and minerals and
Mm-hmm.
stuff, I really got to learn all of the things that like lithium and um, kaolinite and all of these things and how they are from the earth and then how we use them, in
Yes.
our everyday life and the different products that we get from the earth, both in rock form, in salt form, and so here comes my name, Salt Root, right?
Mm-hmm.
So from salt to earth, there are everything that we have from the ocean to the roots in the ground,
Yeah.
to our plants. Everything has medicinal value to us in some way, shape, or form, whether it be to ward things off or to help things or to help us. Like there's always there everything Western medicine has came from the earth at one point. Whether
Yes.
it was
Yes.
he made it, at some point it was a medicine that somebody made or a remedy from a plant or a salt or a mineral that was found in the earth. It was all stuff that's right in front of us, and we just needed to learn how to use it properly and how to get the right nutrients out of it.
Yeah.
And so I just started using that, and I forgot where we were going with
No, no, no. You're the
it.
how
Right?
the we were saying about how you've been encouraged with the customers and what they something that stood out to you, that a lot of things that you're learning, and the custom blends that you put together and everything else. And so how you're learning from that, and how maybe someone that encouraged you to push forward and doing more of this. So it pushed you more than to really know than your knowledge, like have more knowledge in
Continue
the
to
products that
learn.
you're using.
Yes, and continue to learn every day.
That is amazing. Because yeah, I mean, in those there's so many different plants too that things haven't still been discovered, or plants that we thought like, okay, this is for this, but and then you find out, wait, it can also be used for this. And so a lot of the products and anything, you have to really know your product. You have to really know what you're putting in and how you're making them to make a good blend for that. You mentioned like the magnesium, like you have this plus this and this that can help for certain, like, for sores. A lot of the products and old remedies that your mom had, you said you've tweaked and now have added so that it can do more than that. And so, yeah, in your business, there's constant knowledge to know of, constant of learning from, that is really amazing, because sometimes some people in businesses um, can't stick to one product, which is good, because once you have a good product, you want to stick to it. But yours is that kind of business that you're consistently learning more and more to, so that way you can create more or help more, because yours is not just candles and stuff. They're medicines and things that can help more people, and so I love that. Um, when we have that, I want to say, state of humble of like, no, I can learn more. It really does push you in your knowledge of just searching and really looking in that. Not only that, but you add your little tweaks and smells and stuff, and I love that. I saw a lot of right now like your candles. My husband and I are big like he loves candles and stuff, and the smell and how it leaves our house. And I saw that you had that apple pie and the more and some other ones too that he was like, ooh, that must smell really good. And I've had other ones um, that I'm like, no, that doesn't smell like apple pie. It's much just like the sweeter, just cinnamon stuff. Or this other ones that I'm like, oh, I bet you your candles. I can't wait to get the products, like I said, that I ordered from you. What is one of your favorite products, or one of your I know I said bestseller. We kind of went over that, but what is one of your favorite products that you made or your mom made, and you have in you have there that you sell? What is one of your favorite products?
Oh boy. Um, I'd have to say there was a favorite product that I got from my mom. It'd probably be the simmer pot. I'm gonna
The
go back to
simmer.
that. Really, that's really like the pillar, one of the pillars of like everything that brings me back to my mother. Having lost her now for almost 3 years, I think that I'm very connected to them because that is
Mm-hmm.
like a way that we reconnect. So that's kind of like
Yeah.
my thing. Um, but my one of my favorite products is what did I'm gonna get it for you. I
No
just
worries.
I just made this, and well, let me rephrase that. I didn't just make it, but I have a really hard time with my face and skincare, and I always
Mm-hmm.
have. So I recently finally just made a formula that I'm extremely excited about. It's a bakuchi oil and oat,
Okay.
really light. So between that and the magnesium, I'd have to say those are some of my skincare is some of my best or most favorite product because I created this stuff not only for my skincare but also for my children. So my kids have suffered from cystic acne or different my two of my kids have very bad allergies. They're allergic to everything, like so many things, and partly that is due to the fact of growing up in this world where there's chemicals everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
and now we have so many people that are allergic to so many things. And are we really allergic, or is it our gut health and everything that we're eating and
Yeah.
our environment that is around us? Because when we were growing up, we had the same things, and why do my generation not have the allergies that my children's generation,
Yeah.
right? And so I really wanted to develop products that I use in my home. I don't want to develop products that I just sell to somebody, but then I go out and buy something else. I'm developing products for my family and for
Mm-hmm.
us. And then, it's a bonus that I get to share it with you guys, and that's really what I'm about is trying to have things that we use and that helps us, and then I get to share it with you guys.
Well, I have to check it out because you have amazing skin, and so I have to really now look more at your website to see your skin products. Is yeah, you have amazing skin, and so I have to. I love looking at.
I don't do anything. I literally wash my face with my soap. So I have my soap here. I wash my face. I throw some blue tansy oil on and some cream, and I'm out the door. At night, I'll use some hyaluronic serum, and I have like a rewind syrup that I just made.
Okay.
It has a lot of seed oils in it. It's made up of about 20 or 30 different oils and
Mm.
herbs, and that's it. That's all I do. I'm very simple. I don't wear makeup. I get my lashes done, and that is it. I don't wear
Hey, I was
makeup.
gonna ask him like, wait, what do you do for your eyelashes then? Because your eyelashes are
That's
really
right.
just beautiful and heavy right there. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I think sometimes the simplest things that we stick to as well, the products, the simplest things that we stick to can, help us a lot more than so much other products that can like really then start to mess up or put us off our hormones of in our skin. And so I like that. Yeah. Um, in your business and in your line of business that you do, what has been one of the maybe biggest challenges that you face while you starting or while you're in developing your things or what just anything in general? What has been one of your biggest challenges in the line of business that you've right now are in?
Oh boy. Well, if I'm gonna developing products that I love and that I can bring to people, and being enough for people, like making sure that it's enough. Like
Mm-hmm.
um, I struggle a lot with being enough. So I don't know, maybe that's not quite the answer to that, but I want to, I want to do something that's real and just, and is really just the baseline and helps people. And and I struggle with being enough and doing it, helping enough.
It is, you know, in any line of business and stuff, when we're not doing something that is not gonna help or do, we're our biggest critics. We come at ourselves in the biggest way because we want to be able to um, produce something that is going to help, but also producing like, is it going to, you know, be something big for them? Is going to help them, you know, in the long run and stuff. So that kind of does answer, and not only that, but thank you also for that being vulnerable in letting us know that. A business is just not a business to you. It is something that you're making sure in what you do, you're helping those that are getting your products. And so I love that. When we put our hearts on our sleeve in making the products that we do or in the business that we go in, and it's not just for people, for some people it's just like sometimes numbers and money, and it's those products that sometimes get those high range things, and I'm like, wow, how did they get, you know, so successfully? But then there's products that I'm like, wow, I wish this product was like much bigger because they really put their heart and sleeve into it and all that. And it's one thing why I kind of started creating the segment that I do now is because I these people's stories and what they do and how much heart they put into in doing their business. They're doing it really with full heart and in mind of like others, not themselves or not in business and money, but in others. I'm like, I want to create something for this, or I do this because for this reason, or whatever it may be. And so, thank you so much for sharing that, and thank you for letting us know that.
Because I think that when I look at the general products that are on the market right now, the large companies,
Mm-hmm.
my daughter a few months ago, if you ask my customers, well, they there was a whole thing. She was taken by ambulance, anaphylaxis, to using a skincare product from a friend, and she almost stopped breathing. This was a couple months ago. Needed two EpiPens, and
Oh
it,
wow.
it was a whole thing. I mean, before the ambulance could even leave, and um, it's reasons for that, not just for her, but for others as well, and in our family. That it's I want to bring the education that the products that these people are putting in your products are not
Yeah.
for the benefit of you.
Mm-hmm.
And so, whether it be me or another small business that is doing something like this, and there are other friends of mine in small business that I implore you to also go through because I think it's so important. I, don't always just do retail. So I think I love supporting other small businesses, more people just like me that
Yes.
make
Yes.
that will bring you clean, honest products that won't hide stuff. So many things they're like, well, I don't see it on the label. That's because if you start doing your research, it's
Mm-hmm.
over here. There was microplastics in this product. She has a label.
Yeah.
And nowhere in that until I started doing the research and going down the rabbit hole did I find out that that product had microplastics in it, and they don't have to tell you. So it's just stuff like that that, drives me to help other small businesses like me bring products to you guys and then just continue to keep doing the research.
Yeah, I've had that even in makeup too, where I use the product. I've you know done use this like it was a mascara, and I've used this product all like so many years before. They ended up changing and putting something else or doing like an upgrade onto this, and I used it, and literally it just like my eye ended up getting really bad, and I just had a reaction to it, and it was just scary that I was just like, wait, what happened? And reading then afterwards, finding it out, that's when I found out like they did an upgrade, so they added this and then they did this, and so not to spend so much for them to waste money in making this, they ended up yeah, just going, I guess, the cheaper version or something that really yeah, I mean, if I didn't like right away get the attention I needed to, I mean, I could have lost my eyesight and stuff. And so it's just like those products that we have to make sure to really do your research if you're someone that's sensitive. My skin, I'm allergic to strong like perfumes and certain things in perfumes that like I get a reaction to. And so I've always been stuff to look into my skincare, look into now my makeup and stuff. For that same reason too. I mean, I always had eczema, and then used a lot of beef tallow and things that were natural that my grandma would like, okay, you can't use these creams now that we know your skin took a lot from me. I'm like, no, no, you can't use this. Like, this is the skin product. And I found out like, okay, yes, I see why she like, made sure that a lot of my skin products of looking into it. My mom too would always read it and make sure to see. And so that way my skin would be taken care of. And so, yeah, so that's a scary thing sometimes of knowing these products that don't all label, but when you know where they're coming from, you know that they're using the same method of staying organic, staying clean. Like, yeah, that's definitely really good to know that a lot of your products into you put thought in who you work with and partner up with, and so I love that. Um, it is something that first of all, thank you for like always taking care of your business, but also of helping others in that. But in really staying true to what you do and staying true and staying organic and clean and making sure that your products are going to be helpful to others. And so I love that. Um, you said you have a year right now in doing your business of business wide. Um, and do you see yourself maybe in the future, in the next, maybe I want to say 5 years? Where do you see yourself in your business or in products or things that you want to go beyond? What is something that you're going to be maybe want to have to do in the future or something that you have an idea of for your business in the next 5 years? Let's say that.
Um, well, so I will say we just started this rebrand to Salt Root Apothecary. And in 2026, we have some amazing stuff. So we're going to be kind of flipping it.
Okay.
So when I say that is a lot of the stuff is going to look totally different by the end of 2026. So we have, I don't know if I want to say too much. There's a lot coming out and there's a lot of changes, but I'm very excited about these changes because I'm working to be able to bring to be in a lot more stores and
Mm-hmm.
Whole Food stores. Right now, we're in a lot of grocery stores and other small businesses,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to continue to do that. And hopefully, by the end of 2026, we'll also debut our stuff in other countries as well that we're working on, and be able
Awesome.
to our products um, in a larger form
Mm-hmm.
to others, and be able to offer these products worldwide.
That is
So
so awesome.
cool.
Yeah, no, and I wish you the best of luck of that. That is something that, and when growth and you can get yourself into, not just smaller business, but out there too. Then I know for sure there's products out there that I can like, yay! I know this product is going to be good. Then I can also remember too, hey, I interviewed her a long time ago, and so yeah, that is so awesome. But yeah, I love that hopefully. So I wish you the best of luck in that part in doing that. um, will you still have though during that time of growth or stuff certain products that will be just for people to buy just certain one thing or certain products that you for sure are going to be like it might not have to be in big quantities but it can be in smaller. Will you still have that though? um,
Yes, I will always maintain my website and the retail side of it
okay.
personally, and I will always maintain product launches and things like that that I only have for small batches. I will always maintain making my product or having hands on in making it. Obviously, someday I may have to get help and hire somebody where I am not physically making everything,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Mm-hmm.
but it is something that, well, my kids help me, so as they get older, hopefully, they'll also continue to be in it as well and help as well. But I don't want to take that out of it. That's something that I never want to take out of it is I don't need to be, I don't, while I want to be in other stores, I don't need to be in a place where I am not able to physically
Yeah.
or have a part in make the
Mm-hmm.
product because that's what is so important to me and that's my passion is being able to formulate these myself and
Mm.
have my hands in it and know what I'm doing and what I'm
Yeah.
making. So what I'm doing in rebranding and rechanging everything in the business is to scale back actually to something where I can put more time and effort into making the products the best that I can. And instead of having 5,000 products, maybe have 100, but that are really, really good core products that I can build off of, that I can actually make myself, because I don't want to ever lose the me making the stuff myself, or, a group that I have, right here.
Nice. Um, and passing that on to your kids too. I think that's amazing. I mean, your mom, you got all this information and all this knowledge and all these remedies from her, and to be able to pass that on to your kids. Um, I hope they learn to love it as much and know that this, mom made this product for a reason to help others and to keep going on with that so that they can share as well of and love it as much as you do, and saying no, I want to keep making that and staying into the family business and stuff. So that's awesome when we can pass those on to our children. I loved all the things that I learned from my mom and the things I do now for my kids too, and hopefully they'll those things they can learn and like, oh, I already know what to do when my kid gets sick. They know how they can what things to buy and what how they can help with a sore tooth or a cold and everything else, because like you say, um, sometimes all this stuff can get lost, and if you don't keep sharing it and keep giving that knowledge to others, it gets lost, and then we find out like there's products that can do more harm than good. And so when we know that, hey, there's natural things that we can use, like I said, not all bad things out there are bad, but yeah, natural things. I love staying organic in that part and knowing what to use. um, there was one more thing in your um, your products. You have, I know you said you had oils. You had some, no, sprays, oils, your simmer pots, your candles. And so I just want to be able to as well share anything else that maybe I have missed, that maybe I did not share on here that you would like to, so that when people go, or maybe people that are listening right now want to know, hey, does she have this or any products? I've been getting asked here, what other things does she have? So did you want to share, or did I kind of go over the main stuff that you have? But yeah, if you, I want to give you kind of the floor of sharing any other products that is on your website that you want to maybe tell about or share for those that have never maybe been on your TikTok or been on your website.
Um, well, I mean, I make shampoos and conditioners. So I only have one kind right now. It's for hair growth. So I make a hair growth oil and
We can all use
moisturizer.
that.
And these are remedies that, so I only make one kind at the moment. It's just a recipe that my mom had used for herself, and then her hair oil for hair growth. And I continue, that actually has been around for, I've been sharing that with people, the hair growth oil and the shampoo and conditioner, now for a couple of years. So
Wow.
that is something that I've had around when I was doing the crystals more too, is people were getting those. So I do have two shampoo bars and a lot of body oils, some sprays. Ooh, I know what I just added, but I'll tell you one thing after. I just added natural cleaning products, so that you'll start to see on my website soon. So this is, I made this for a grocery store. I got permission to make something, and so these are natural bar dish soap. You can use this for actually a lot of things, and then you can just get a refill. So you'll find these on the site. I just have one kind at the moment.
Can I see it has the soap inside, like where you can scrub it? Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's a bar
Uh-huh.
soap, it's a dish soap, it's a degreaser. But the nice thing is you can also use it on your clothes as a so if my kids get like oil stains, or my son has oil stains from baseball, I'll take it, I make a little paste out of it, and then with, you can use some, it has castor oil in it, but if you get some more castor oil, you just take that, make a little paste out of it, and put it on the stains and let it sit for a few hours or overnight, and then put it in the wash, and it'll help with some of the stains. It's great for your dishes. And then you don't have to, I love being eco-friendly and not, I want to try, if I could ever just have a refillery station, that's what I would like. If anybody knows what a refillery station is,
Yeah, yeah.
that would be the ultimate goal, is to just have products and reuse. and try to have as little waste as
Mm-hmm.
possible. So I do make a refill for this so that once you get the ramekin, you'll be able to just keep refilling it. But overall, if there's one thing I wanted to share with people that I sell out all of the time is teas. I make a lot of medicinal teas. They're on my SITE. Well, I say that because we're on TikTok, right? Um, I'm so used to spelling on
I
TikTok,
know.
right?
Yeah.
Um, but I I have teas and herbs all on my site, so you can get herbs in as much quantity as you want.
Mm-hmm.
They're all either locally sourced or from small farms. Anything that I put on there, so you'll know what you're getting and where it's coming from. Everything is fresh. The teas are fresh. I mix them myself. And all of them have on there what they're good for. So, well, this one here is boost energy and focus, has antioxidants. This one here is from nourishing, soothing, and restoring. And then I also have I have some others that I make as well. So
Mm-hmm.
you'll see that they kind of restock too. So I only make small batches. So if you ever don't see a tea or the tea says out, just reach out to me. And usually I can just make small, quick batches. But I do a lot with teas, tea baths, salt baths. Those are my core products.
Oh, nice. So now you guys know that it's not a lot of the products that I mentioned. There's a lot variety more. Once you guys go to her SITE, and so check it out because, like I said, you guys, she does a lot of her stuff with love, with passion, and thought of her customers, thoughts of you guys out there of looking for good quality products, and not only that, good quality products that will help in whatever source you're maybe might looking for. I did not see that shampoo thing that I definitely, I've, you know, had a lot of hair loss, especially after my second child, and so it's been something that struggled a little bit. I was taking a lot of vitamins, which helped in bring some back, but I have to check your shampoo. Definitely, I'm gonna go look into it because I definitely want to have the thicker, fuller hair I had before. I had a lot more hair, and now it's just like it just got lost. It got so much loss of hair after my second son, and so definitely we'll look into that and your home remedies. I do. I always try to find. I'm the clumsiest person ever, so to have products that I can, definitely will be good, especially when I use it, because there's certain products that I've had to use gloves because it'll really give me a bad reaction to. But yeah, things that I can use with my dishes and on my clothes, and I love that. And I love the set you had too. It was came with the dish and the scrub, so that's nice.
Look into gut health too and detoxing when it comes to
Yes.
eczema. A lot of people don't realize where eczema comes from, and eczema really comes and stems from our gut health. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, and things like magnesium or detoxing, turmeric, they're really good for maintaining gut health and gut microbiome. And you'll see that a lot of times it can actually help to clear up our skin. A lot of
Yes.
things that show on the outside really come from the inside. And when you do the research in cleaning and detoxing your inner gut health, and that has really changed some of what I like. My mom was an avid tea drinker. And when I was a kid, I used to be like, why do you like so much tea? Right. And she had teas for everything. And I was like, believe it or not, I actually hated tea for the longest time. And then I started growing up and having kids and realizing how good it was for
Yeah.
you. And so, she liked the herbal sides of tea. I like the sweet side. I just add honey to it and it does the job for me.
There you go. And so, you guys, please, if you have not checked out her page right here, her name down below where it says right there, Salt and Root, please click on her site. All her other stuff is on her bio that you guys can go check out. Her products are amazing. I am super excited of the stuff I've ordered, of what I'm going to be using. But it's just been so much recommended when a lot of the friends that we are connected with that I've interviewed on here of how much they love your amazing products. And not only that, but your story when was the first thing that caught my sight. Was just looking at it, I'm like, wow, so this is like a family thing that I can really know because I come from that same kind of background of just family remedies and things that really help, and what we can use organically to help us in our health and stuff. And yeah, one thing my mom really was a big fan of, or not a big fan of, but a big thing of just make sure it was our gut. And so that was one thing I did. I was always getting a good detox. She put us, and not only that, she gave us. I didn't know there were so many probiotics later on growing up, like as a kid. She gave us, pre, post, and all the probiotics to help our gut that really helped in clearing my skin and helped me as a teenager. It really did, because I saw so many kids with acne, and my everybody's like, you don't have any pimples. I'm like, oh, yeah, my mom gives them these vitamins. I just call them always vitamins and stuff of taking care. But I think mine come more a lot sometimes in certain just chemicals, store brand ones, or in the wintertime. In the wintertime, my skin, and I try to moisturize all the time and moisturize. And so, yeah, but one big thing, it was our gut that I learned as a kid, like how important it was. I didn't pay so much attention to it because as a kid, like you said, your mom with the tea, I don't like tea, but you learn as adults now, like how important it was. Mom was actually right. They knew what they were talking about. And
Hopefully,
so,
my kids will say that too one day.
yeah, they will definitely, because it's now like we see it and we're like, oh, mom, you were right. Or yes, yeah, she had a point. And so, yeah, so, um, do you want to share what your website is, or do you want them just to go through your link and see, or is there anything else that you would like to share so that all those that are listening and been here with us can definitely go check you out? Is there anything else that you wanted to share with us?
All the links are in my link tree. So if you go to my blog, everything is there. If there's any businesses in here, I'm on Fair and I do primarily wholesale. So that is on there as well. But other than that, I just want to say thank you because I'm extremely appreciative for the opportunity and for everybody that's over there listening. I just want to say thank you for taking the time of your day because for somebody little like me, it just means the world. And I feel very blessed to have found you and your family over there. And I just want to say thank you because it means the world to me that somebody cares enough to take the time to listen to where I came from and how I got started. And it means a lot to me. I can't say thank
Thank
you.
you. Aw. Well, I appreciate you taking your time too, and really communicating with me and how we kind of put this together, of the background stuff of it, of getting these questions given to you, making sure you guys know. But I thank you so much too for the opportunity and the product, and that you're doing, and the love and the passion that you do for that. And so thank you so much for that. Thank you for all the knowledge too that you have given us, and the remedies, and the things that you do. And so thank you so much. I have no more other questions, and I see no one else anything. I'm looking through here real quick, in case I missed anything else. I think I got them all, but please, you guys, go check out her bio on through TikTok if you guys on here, as well as any businesses that you guys, as she mentioned before, want more to know about our product, or interested in knowing of her products. Please go check out her bio. That way you guys can link and message her there. She has as well her link tree, and she also has an app, I believe, too, right? Um, that has for that they can
That gave
see.
me a puzzle. I
Yeah, yeah. And
apologize.
so check out her bio, you guys. That's where you will find all her information if you are interested. I thank you guys all for coming on and listening us to Hello Neighbor. And thank you again. Um, uh, I want to say your name, but I was like, Salt and Root, for being our new neighbor for today, and letting us learn about your product and about everything that you do. So thank you so much for that and the opportunity you gave us today.
Thank you for
Take
having
care,
me.
and
Appreciate
God
it.
bless. And everyone else on here, you guys have a great weekend. Take care, and we'll see you guys next Friday. Bye.
Bye. Bye, guys.